scrumptious empanadas in convenient Tampa Bay locations. Mr. Empanada, delightfully delicious.
Sub above difference is giant. Giant hearts, giant differences, and giant wins. On Jersey Mike's annual day of giving, 100% of sales go to a great cause in your community. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa. This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Now. Empanada. It's Mr. Empanada to you.
Now serving up scrumptious empanadas in convenient Tampa Bay locations. Mr. Empanada, delightfully delicious.
Make your pizza loaded with cheese. Then we got a crust for you. Pizza Hut's Ultimate Cheesy Crust Pizza. 16 cheesy pockets overflowing with a 5-cheese blend of melted cheeses. Only from Pizza Hut and only for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut. The sub-above difference is giant. Giant hearts, giant differences, and giant wins. On Jersey Mike's annual day of giving, 100% of sales go to a great cause in your community. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
nation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or unduly provocative language or action towards officials, opponents, spectators, or administrators will not be tolerated and grounds for removal from the premises. The use of artificial noisemakers and alcohol products are not permitted. For the health and safety of our spectators and those around you, smoking is not permitted in the stadium area. You must leave the stadium and re-enter if you wish to smoke at any time. Thank you for your...
A pleasant good afternoon from the Namoli Family Stadium and a beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida. Thanks for joining us. Alongside Alex Kirsch, I'm Connor Moore. We have a primetime matchup here between the Southwest Minnesota State Mustangs and your Tampa Spartans. The Mustangs come in with a 4-5 overall record, whereas the Spartans come in at 10-9. Take a look at today's starting lineups. For the Mustangs, leading off in center field, Abby Decker, batting second, playing first base, will be Emma Grote. Batting third, playing second base, Kaylee Tomlinson. Batting cleanup, playing right field, Bailey Johnson. Batting fifth, playing left field, Madison Krogh. Catching, batting sixth, will be Mackenzie Klaus. Batting seventh, playing the hot corner, is Kaylee Henches. The designated player, batting eighth, Emma Lero. Playing shortstop, batting
This
and pitching for the Mustangs will be Shelby Crank.
Leading off, number 7, Abby Decker.
In the circle for the Spartans is McKaylee Dooley. Alex, McKaylee Dooley has been electric for the Spartans. She sports a 1.92 ERA. She has 9 wins along with 92 strikeouts on the season. What do you look to see from McKaylee here in the early going, Alex?
Want to see Dooley start off hot. She has shutouts in 2 of her last 3 outings. Starts off right there with the first pitch strike.
Yeah, very interesting matchup here. The Mustangs have only played 9 games compared to the Spartans, who come in with 19 games. So Shelby Crank, the pitcher, 5'11" junior, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. She has been the best pitcher ERA-wise at a 2.45 ERA. Very impressive. She has 3 wins and 12 strikeouts to show for it. Serena Cortez will lead it off for the Tampa Spartans here in the bottom of the first.
Leading off for the Spartans, number 14, Serena Cortez.
Cortez batting .303 on the season. She leads the team with 20 hits and 6 doubles. Looks to get on base for the Spartans, propel early. And the pitch. Taken, strike 1.
Straight down the middle. Surprised we didn't see a swing there.
Cortez perhaps trying to get a feel for the 5'11" Crank's delivery. Checks it. Tahanika says she did not go. Count is even at 1-1. And the pitch. Outside, 2-1. It's an outstanding day for baseball, Alex. Clear skies, sunny. Got a doubleheader. Thanks again for joining us. This should be a primetime matchup. Cortez pops it up in the infield. Taking charge there is the first baseman, Grote. 1 down. Next up, Shelby Press.
At the plate, number 18, Shelby Press.
Press, another one of those impressive hitters, batting .328 on the season. 8 RBIs and 19 hits, along with 3 doubles and a triple. And Shelby Press has 4 stolen bases, so she's doing it on the base pass, in the outfield, and at the plate for the Spartans.
Press a real 5-tool player. She seems to make a contribution to every game, even if she doesn't get on the base pass, either on defense or with her legs.
Press, this one might be trouble behind shortstop, but ranging under it and making the play is Schlins. 2 down.
You know, Press has 8 RBIs this season. Problem with this Spartans lineup so far this season has been starting off to a slow start and doing most of their damage in later innings after these 7, 8, 9 hitters get on base. You really want to see a runner, get into score in the first couple innings.
Next up is the pitcher, McKaylee Dooley, looking to do some damage against Crank. Dooley slaps one into the gap. This should be extra bases, and that it will. Into the left center field gap. Stand-up double for McKaylee Dooley. One pitch, not messing around right there. She was ready for it. Nice short swing, putting it in the gap. Setting up Bailey Phillips, who's been one of the storylines of this Spartans team, batting .346 in the designated player position. She's been great bringing in runs. 18 hits on the season for Phillips.
That's got to mess with the pitcher's psyche right there. She threw a first pitch fastball down the middle. If you expect her to throw another one right here, it should be another double. Expect both to swing.
Phillips takes outside. Ball 1. You might see Crank now working out of the line here because with a runner on second, trying not to give Phillips anything in her wheelhouse that she can drive, trying to bring in Dooley at second. Quickly 0-2.
Dooley's not the fastest player on the team. Something to keep in mind. She usually gets placed off to get a pinch runner for later in the game. So if you see a single going out to the outfield, expect Dooley to be stopped.
The 2-0. Chop down to the third baseline. Play made. Throwing across the diamond there is Henches onwards to Grote. And Crank gets out of the jam. And that'll conclude the first inning. Spartans enter this match 5-4 in Sunshine State Conference play, a 10-9 record overall. They're looking to get back on the winning side here. Doubleheader here that could possibly propel them to 12-9 would be very prevalent for this team. What do you like in terms of their ability to both play with the best in their conference and out of conference?
I think that these Spartans, they actually pick up their competition out of conference. In conference, as we see in the Sunshine State Conference, is a lot of small ball, trying to get runners on, and what you'll see is Tampa will be really inefficient between their ratio between hits and runs. Now, Dooley, she's been solid, regardless of who she's pitching against. She seems as another day at the office, leadership-wise. But for these younger players, you really want to see them get a little more involved, especially in this first game of a doubleheader.
Absolutely, and this will be a very busy week for the Tampa Spartans. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. You're here with us today as they have a doubleheader against Southwest Minnesota State. They have a quick turnaround, play Chestnut Hill tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Another doubleheader before hosting Lynn on both Friday and Saturday. Friday will be a 6 o'clock game. Saturday it is a doubleheader at 1 o'clock before a week break. We'll have the cleanup hitter right now, right fielder Bailey Johnson stepping into the plate.
First pitch strike, outside corner.
Johnson, a freshman, batting cleanup for them. Batting .381 on the season, so the freshman has been a real blossom for this Mustangs lineup. McKaylee Dooley ahead as she's been most of the season, 0-2 now on Johnson. Could not check the swing. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. McKaylee Dooley showing no signs of rush. She comes in and looks dynamic in the early goings.
Good to see Dooley start off 3-pitch strikeout before she's gone a game pitching 170 pitches in a single game. You want to keep her arm down to increase her longevity for the whole season, but she's willing to do whatever it takes.
Now batting the sophomore 5-hitter, Madison Krogh. She'll be playing left field for the Mustangs, next to face Dooley. Again, quickly 0-2 You can tell, Alex, that McKaylee Dooley is in a groove right now. She's ready, pitch after pitch, not wasting any time. She gone. 1, 2, 3. McKaylee Dooley add another strikeout to the tally.
Good early velocity. These Southwest Minnesota State batters seem to be a little bit late on that fastball.
Now batting number 5, Mackenzie Klaus.
Prefer to keep that up.
Catcher Mackenzie Klaus, the senior, up next for Southwest Minnesota State. Takes strike 1.
Straight down the middle.
When McKaylee Dooley's on the mound, it makes life very easy for the Spartans defenders. That one will hit Klaus. First base runner of the game for the Mustangs.
Fastball got up a little out of her hand. Rise and hit her in the shoulder. Hopefully she's okay. She seems fine.
Third baseman Kaylee Clark quickly going to reassure McKaylee Dooley. Shake it off. Hench is the third baseman next up. Dooley will look to rebound after the hits batsman. Swung on and missed. Kaylee Henches stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall, the sophomore, playing third base for the Mustangs. Quickly down 1-0 in the count. Dooley delivers. This one might be trouble. It's shot. Play made. Inning retired for the Spartans. Lauren Pasco gets involved, so Dooley avoids the hits batsman.
No hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Heading to the bottom half of the second inning.
Next up, we got Maddie Farrell, Emily Profit, and Kaylee Clark for your Tampa Spartans.
I'm not going to try to jinx anything early, but if we could see a no-hitter on a day like today, hits batsman does not count as a hit. So with the way Dooley really wants to get those pitches in the strike zone, one pitch getting away is not going to affect the rest of her day.
Yes, the perfect game is now out of reach, but it seems like anytime McKaylee Dooley is in the circle, there is the makings for potential history, perhaps, maybe a no-hitter, as you mentioned. What do you like out of Shelby Crank right here? One of the better junior pitchers for the Mustangs. She has by far the best ERA on this team.
Big, lanky body. Doesn't necessarily throw the most velocity as I've seen. However, with these Tampa hitters, biggest problem for them is having runners in scoring position, not being able to drive them in. Usually you'll see them go on a huge tear like they did a week ago, going with an 8-run mercy.
Definitely, and there is a lot of applied pressure on the shoulders of Crank when you face such a lethal pitcher like McKaylee Dooley. There really is no room for error here, so she will need to bring her best game. Maddie Farrell, the catcher for the Spartans, up next. Maddie Farrell, the sophomore catcher out of Brandon, Florida. We'll look to get things going here in the bottom half of the second inning for your Tampa Spartans. First pitch taken a bit inside, 1-0 the count. The 1-0 from Crank en route. Bit high, 2-0 the count.
Frank seems to be respecting the power of Farrell. Pitching around the zone.
Yeah, Crank is not trying to make that lethal mistake. She is perfecting her pitches. Still unable to find the strike zone. Crank staring in at home plate umpire there. Not happy with the call.
3-0.
3-0 the count. Do you give Farrell the green light?
Not here. Expect her to take. She takes.
Crank finds the strike zone. 3-1 the count.
Hitters count. Expect to swing here.
And the 3-1 fouled off. We have a full count now.
Expect Crank to throw a pitch in the zone here. Not wanting to walk the first batter. Farrell should know that and not take.
We'll see what Crank has to do in her first real task of adversity here. The full count to the leadoff hitter Farrell. And the pitch is high. Good at bat there for Maddie Farrell, working the count. Gets on base with the base on balls.
Little inconsistency at the circle there for Crank. Shakes it off. Freshman Profit at the plate now.
Yeah, Emily Profit, one of those players you really look for. When Christina Clawberg got injured, you were wondering who was going to step up. Profit has done a remarkable job in the early going of the season. Leslie Cantor and Kevin Jack have a brief discussion of a pinch runner. Mackenzie Allen will pinch run for Farrell. Add a little bit more speed to the base pass for the Spartans.
Profit, more of a utility player, just listed as an infielder. Not necessarily expected to be a starter for the longevity of the season, but willing to fill in wherever she can.
Profit making the most of the opportunity she's been given. She's next to face Crank, squaring a bunt. They'll go to second, and they get the lead runner. Hedges makes a great throw to Tomlinson, and the Mustangs execute the bunt. Next up, we'll have the third baseman, Kaylee Clark, the sophomore for the Spartans out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Profit awaits on first.
I wonder if it's farther away to Colorado or all the way up to Minnesota.
Want to know the count now on Clark. Profit, who sports good speed, leads off first.
Decent crowd here today for the Spartans, even though it's spring break for the students, but got some parents here at hand. Maybe we can get some cheers here to root them on.
And if you're listening to us on the portal, thanks again, especially if you are a fan of Southwest Minnesota State. Should be a phenomenal game, doubleheader here. Two talented teams going toe-to-toe. Clark cranks one on the run, and that'll drop. This will be a stand-up double by Kaylee Clark.
Clark answered there, not even getting a start batting so far this year, and delivers.
You wonder if perhaps Krogh lost that one in the sun. That was not hit particularly hard. Clark got under one, but hey, it fell. Now second and third for Emily Jansen, the first baseman, with an opportunity to cash in for Tampa.
Jansen has not so far this year been consistent at the plate. Not sure if Southwest Minnesota State knows that with an open base. We'll see if she can get two runners in, one runner in.
Jansen, the freshman, the tallest Spartan on this team at 6 foot even. Opportunity here to, as you mentioned, really deliver at the plate. She's been phenomenal on the defensive side, but now an opportunity awaits for her. Fouled off the first pitch, 0-1.
Jansen only with a 111 average on the season. Could really use a hit here.
With a busy week ahead, it would be important to get her going for sure.
She's a staple on defense at first base. Just has not gotten to get that bat going.
Quickly 0-2 the count now on Jansen. Important here to make contact. At the very least, maybe hit it to the right side. Get that runner from third in, advance the runner from second over. Put the ball in play here would be very crucial here for the Spartans' attack.
Even just to get under the ball, try to get a sac fly here and get an early runner is all Julie might need for the rest of the game.
Crank delivers the 0-2. Got her swinging. She gone. Big time strikeout there by Crank in a moment where she really needed to deliver her best pitch, and we saw that.
Pitched it low in the zone. She really swung out, tried to really get that. Just couldn't.
Now we have the 9-hitter, Lauren Pasco, right fielder up. Opportunity for her, perhaps get a ribby or two in.
Pasco getting the start at the plate while Maddox, second baseman, is not hitting. You've seen her deliver some few clutch RBIs and see if Pasco can do the same.
Pitch to Pasco. Fouled off, 0-1. As you mentioned, Alex, this could be a real deciding factor here in only the second inning, but when you have a pitcher like McKaylee Dooley going up against you, one run is maybe all you need to win. Outside, 1-1 the count to Pasco.
Again, a telltale sign of the Spartans' offense is leaving runners on base. One runner left on base in the first inning. We have two on base right now with 2 outs.
Some of the Spartans will look to do here, perhaps bring in a run or two with Lauren Pasco, the number 9 hitter up. Choppers could be trouble at second. Running hard, Pasco. She beats it out.
Safe.
It was a slowly hit chopper, and Lauren Pasco deserves all the credit. Running hard out of the box. Second baseman Tomlinson bobbled it for a brief second, and that'll do it. 1-0 Spartans. Now runners on the corner for Cortez. And the Spartans might be able to break this one open early.
Tough play there for the second baseman with the ball bouncing high up in the sky. She had to back up and then throw it to first. Good hustle again. Cortez at the plate.
Credit Pasco with the RBI. Profit scores. Kaylee Clark now on third. Serena Cortez. Runners on the corners. Pitch high from Crank. 1-0 now. Hitters count for Cortez. Serena Cortez in the hitter's count now.
Pitch goes down in the dirt. Cortez, great speed. With some power to her, you see some big gap between center field and left field. Maybe she can exploit that.
The outside corner now, 3-1 the count.
Good frame of the pitch by the catcher.
Crank looking to get out of a jam here. Weathered the storm, maybe only 1 run, whereas the Spartans looking to break this one open. Count now goes to a full count.
Just a bit late on that pitch. She was really looking to drive the ball.
Cortez will shorten up the swing here with full count on its way. 2 outs. Pivotal point in this matchup. Swan. Running catch made. Shelby Crank.
See the competitive nature of Crank there, just to run that ball down, where it would have likely been spinning backwards to go foul. She needed that.
Now, if we had some instant replay there, we might be able to say, did Crank complete the process of the catch there? She was quick to drop that one, but
I think that she was so confident she caught the ball. She was so happy to run off that mound and get to the batter's box, she just threw it on the ground.
yeah, she was ready to go into the dugout after a little bit of a messy inning there. The Spartans, though, get a run.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Spartans meet the infield here. Next up, designated player, Emma Lero, the freshman for the Mustangs.
Leading off, number 30, Emma Lero.
Lero, the freshman out of Stanchfield, Minnesota. She'll get her first look at McKaylee Dooley. Swung on and missed. Healthy cut there by Lero. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 goes to the count. Defense playing straight up in both the infield and outfield. And the 0-2. Taken high. Dooley tried to get Lero to bite with the high cheese there.
Good pitch to miss on there. Pitcher's count. Look for some more heat.
Dooley delivers. Swung on and missed. She gone. McKaylee Dooley gets the strikeout.
Racking up the strikeouts is Dooley.
Maddie Schlins, the shortstop, next for the Mustangs, getting her first look at Dooley. Infield playing in. Scouting report shows that Schlins is more of a slap hitter, not trying to drive the ball. So in at the corners, we see the second baseman, Matic, playing very far in, as well as Kaylee Clark at the hot corner. Now 0-2 on Schlins.
Almost out of the box before she even made an attempt to swing.
0-2 from Dooley. Outside, 1-2. Dooley delivers. She gone. Another strikeout. McKaylee Dooley. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the top half of the first.
Taking the defense out of the equation, just sitting these batters down 1-2.
Abby Decker gets her second try now against McKaylee Dooley. If you're a Spartans fan, you can really just sit back and watch as McKaylee Dooley operates here. Mustangs having trouble putting a bat on the ball. Defense goes back to standard position with Decker, the leadoff hitter, playing center field. The 0-1. Fouled off, and now 0-2. Dooley looking to perhaps strike out the side here in the third. And the 0-2. Roped foul.
Solid contact, got on the ball a little bit early. Eager to hit on that fastball.
Yeah, now with Decker getting a good piece of the bat on that one, maybe Dooley looks to get her to chase here. The 0-2. Checks her swing. Too far outside to get Decker to bite on that one. And the 1-2. Decker doing a good job extenuating this at-bat, making Dooley work.
Getting some encouragement from her bench.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. And McKaylee Dooley strikes out the side. Very impressive.
No runs, no hits, no errors. On to the bottom half of the third. Spartans lead 1-0.
Hopefully these Minnesota natives were wearing their sunscreen because they just got burnt.
I like it. Again, thanks for joining us. Alongside Alex Kirsch, I'm Connor Moore. Beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida. This Tuesday afternoon. Perfect day for some elite softball. Shelby Crank will look to get back on track after a little bit of a dangerous inning there. She got lucky to only give up one. Big strikeout of Jansen. Lauren Pascal running hard out of the box. Got the infield hit. It's the little things. And as you mentioned, Alex, that one run could be enough. And you have McKaylee Dooley, who's on her A game today. Crank is ready. Press is ready. Let's do it in the bottom half of the third inning. And the pitch. Press fakes a bunt. Strike one. Pitcher McKaylee Dooley waits on deck. The 0-1 to press. Outside. Count evens 1-1. Bit high, 2-1 the count now on Shelby Press. Shelby Press, the senior for the Spartans out of Miami, Florida. Now ahead in the count, 3-1. Working the at-bat, and now we'll have a meeting at the mound between catcher Klaus and pitcher Crank.
Crank having a little trouble getting command of the zone here early. Maybe a little bit of nerves.
What makes this Tampa lineup so dangerous is that if you walk one batter, it just gets you in more trouble because the ensuing batters are equally as talented. So a complete lineup for the Spartans can't go around one because you'll have to face the others with runners on base. The 3-1 to Shelby Press. Hitters count. We have a full count.
Called strike. Very close pitch.
Gets the benefit of the doubt from crew chief Kevin Jack. Crank delivers. This one could be trouble. A little looper in the center. Coming on strong and making the running catch is Abby Decker. Time was winding out, and she makes the catch.
Good communication there to avoid a collision. We had second baseman, shortstop, and center fielder all running in on the ball. She seemed to claw them off at the last minute, making the basket catch. One down.
McKaylee Dooley now to face Crank. She had a double. And this one might be a similar result, not hit as well, and the play will be made by Schlins. Next up, designated player Bailey Phillips.
At the plate, number 15, Bailey Phillips.
Bailey Phillips, the freshman, standing at 5'9" from Jupiter, Florida, and a real spark for the Spartans team as both a third baseman and a designated player came into this game batting .346, leading the Spartans in average, batting cleanup. This one roped, and this is going to reach the wall into the gap. Hit on a button by Bailey Phillips. It will be a stand-up double.
Great swing there. Got all that one, crushed it into left center field.
Low liner just out of the outstretched arms of Schlins. And now Maddie Farrell with the runner in scoring position here, looking to cash in for your Tampa Spartans. Count now stands at 1-1.
The Southwest Minnesota State defense expecting these Tampa Spartan hitters to pull. So you see that left fielder all the way towards the line. That's why that last ball went straight to the gap.
Sky high pop-up will be taken by the third baseman, and making the catch there is Henches. That'll conclude the third inning. As we get ready to go to the fourth inning.
Spartans lead 1-0.
Other runner left on base for the Spartans. Most of the Spartan damage actually does come with 2 outs. Interesting to see them with more pressure, making more of their at-bats. However, you want to see them get more runners on the bases early.
Now, Alex, it seems like we talk about this every time McKaylee Dooley is in the circle, but she's electric. And throughout the first run-through of the Mustangs lineup, they were having trouble just making contact. What do you look for them to do in making adjustments against them in the second time through? If you're head coach Jamie Dunn, what do you tell your players here?
Seems like these Minnesota State batters are looking to do too much with the pitches. They're not trying to seeming to just try to put them into the gaps, trying to get a little too much power on them. Maybe see a bunt here early from some of the faster players, or even just not as hard of swings. You don't have to go for it all in every single swing to have a huge hit. Maybe just when she's pitching it hard at you, choke up on the bat a little bit, get some solid contact, and get some singles.
That's a great point. You got to take what Dooley gives you. You cannot swing for the fences every time because she just will not allow that to happen. And what I really like is her pitches, they really soar into the zone and go towards the eyes of the hitters, which makes it very hard to lay off. So it'll be interesting to see if the Mustangs can adjust as we get ready for the fourth inning. This game is moving by very fast. Some good pitching on both sides. It will be Emma Grote, first baseman. She'll get her second chance to face McKaylee Dooley. Warm crowd on deck here as we start to see some overcast. Shadows might have a factor for the hitters. Grote punches one directly at Kaylee Clark. She was alert and ready for that one. That's why they call it the hot corner.
Went for the bunt, but didn't put it on the ground. Trying to put it down the third baseline, and she just popped it right to her.
Third baseman, sophomore Kaylee Clark, staying awake, making the play. One pitch, one down. Now Callie Tomlinson, second baseman, next to face Dooley. Tomlinson skies one. Cortez takes charge, calling off Press and Profit. 2 pitches, 2 outs. So McKaylee Dooley is operating now for the Spartans.
This might be one of those days where we see Dooley pitching in both games if she can keep her pitch count down.
You've seen it again and again. Double headers. McKaylee Dooley has been on the side of getting 2 wins sometimes, so could be in store for us today. Bailey Johnson, right fielder, next up for Southwest Minnesota State. One and one the count.
Just a bit high.
Cleanup hitter for the Mustangs, trying to get on board. Serves one directly at Kaylee Clark. Play made.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
1-2-3 inning for the Spartans.
5-pitch inning from Dooley. And look at that. As soon as the Tampa Spartans go out there on defense, they're right back on offense. And that puts even more pressure on Crank to find her command early and see if these Spartans can capitalize.
When you have an ace like McKaylee Dooley, the defense can really relax out there. You might get a little bit of action, but with all the strikeouts mounting up for Dooley, it's a joy to watch if you're a Tampa Spartan fan. We'll get ready to go to the bottom portion of the fourth inning. Getting ready to lead off for your Tampa Spartans is the shortstop, Emily Profit. Bottom half of the lineup, Profit, Clark, and Jansen will be up if anyone gets on. Then Lauren Pasco, who has the lone ribby of the game for the Spartans.
Leading off, number 4, Emily Profit.
The composure and really the patience that Profit puts on display does not look like a freshman that we're seeing out there. She looks like she's been there again and again. Crank's ready. Profit's ready. Let's do it. Bottom half of the fourth. One is
Solid
slapped.
swing.
Play made by the left fielder Krogh. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Tampa Spartan hitters are seeing that fastball. Just didn't get all of that one.
Number 8, Kaylee Clark.
Kelly Clark, third baseman, up for the Spartans. As we remember, Clark had that unorthodox double where she kind of skied one into left field. That one fell. Started the scoring for the Spartans in the second inning. 1-0 the count. Clark slaps one to the shortstop. Schlins. Strong throw, retires Clark.
2 batters down quickly. Jansen at the plate, who really needs to get on base. Her average right around 100.
Emily Jansen.
Coach Kanner needs to recognize that maybe she needs to adjust her batting style, or maybe get out of there and batting in first place and just be the designated player.
This one might be trouble, and that it. Oh, what a catch! Abby Decker. That's a web gem. Take a look at that again. That's an instant replay. Going all out, sliding on the carpet. Abby Decker. Wow, web gem there.
Full extension, read that ball nicely, sprinted right out of the gate. Jansen thought she had a hit.
I thought she did too. I got ahead of myself. Looked like it was going to fall. Abby Decker covering ground, came out of nowhere, going all out. That will conclude the fourth inning. That catch got the crowd on their feet. That was marvelous.
Game going into the top of the fifth inning. Still a 1-run lead for the Spartans. Let's see if Dooley can hold on.
That's one of those hits for Jansen. You just got to shrug your shoulder, get ready for the next one. Probably deserving of a hit, but Decker robbed her there.
That's just the way her season's gone for her.
I like how she went oppo, though. Pitch on the outer portion of the plate. Didn't try to pull it. Slapped into the right center field gap. Decker just made an outstanding catch. However, McKaylee Dooley quietly is just 9 outs away from winning this game. And from what we've seen throughout the first 4 innings, it looks like she really has the ability to go a complete game here.
So let's see if that defensive play of athleticism can fuel this offense. Get them a hit for today.
First pitch to Krogh. It's a fair ball.
Yeah, fair.
She's digging for 2. Wisely stops as a strong throw from Press came in. And maybe that's what the Mustangs need, a base runner.
She seemed to have been watching that ball on her way to first. Not sure if it was going to go fair. Instead of putting her head down, running out for 2. Seemed to get caught in the middle. Smart play to hold him at first. First hit of the day.
Shelby
Shouldn't
Press
phase
with the
Dooley.
cannon there. We see a bunt right at Dooley. Krogh smart to run back to first. It's been that kind of day so far for the Mustangs. Just when they get a runner on, trying to get a sacrifice bunt, but the elevated fastball from Dooley is making it hard for them to get it on the ground. They're just popping it right up.
It's the second bunt, just not even hitting the ground.
The pitch to Henches. Kaylee Henches, sophomore out of Belle Plaine, Minnesota, 5'10", playing third base, trying to spark a rally for the Mustangs. Count evens 1-1. One from Dooley on its way. Sky high. Taken strong by Press, making the play. 2 down.
Heading to the plate, number 30, Emma Lero.
Connor, maybe now that Dooley's given up that first hit, she might just settle in and try to get the shutout. Not worry about making all these perfect pitches and just trying to get out of this inning and keep that lead for the Spartans.
Next up, for the Spartans, Emma Lero. Designated player. Freshman for These Mustangs.
Swings to a 1-1.
Monumental point in this game. Top half of the fifth. Dooley conceded her first hit. Laro trying to make her pay. Swung on and missed. Now 1-2 the count.
Mustang batter has not been able to see anything past first base. But keep in mind, it's still just a one-run game.
2-2 now the count. Yeah, one swing of the bat could alter this game here. Narrow 1-0 lead for the Spartans. 2-2. She gone! Kevin Jack with the punch out on the corner. Perfectly executed pitch there by Dooley. She gets out of trouble after conceding that first hit.
Dooley racking up the strikeouts. Going into the bottom of the fifth. Let's see if Tampa can pad onto their lead. Although it seems like the Mustangs are really going to have a hard time scoring against this Dooley pitch.
Yeah, they're still looking for answers at the plate. After the highlight reel catch by Decker, the Mustangs go back on the field.
These half innings seem to be flying by at such a fast pace.
Yeah, credit the dynamic pitching, but here I think, Alex, what do the Spartans need to do to expand upon this lead? Because even though you have McKaylee Dooley on the mound, it just takes one swing of the bat. With a one-run lead, you can't be comfortable quite yet.
Yeah, Connor, what we see here is the Spartans really not getting that leadoff runner on base. Pasco coming up, who does have the one RBI for the day with a little chopper, not the most power. Maybe we'll see her try to get another infield hit or just any way to get on base to keep these Spartans in the running of getting another run and giving Dooley just a little bit of a security blanket before she gets out for the top of the sixth.
Leading off number 5, Lauren Pasco.
Yeah, certainly not the prettiest RBI for Pasco, but every run counts, and running hard out of the box, what we saw in the second inning, that's been the difference maker here. So credit the Spartans for scavenging a run however they can. We'll go to the bottom half of the fifth. First pitch served down the right field line. That's fair. Staying at first is Pasco, but now 2 hits for Lauren Pasco.
2 for 2 on the day for the 9-hitter.
We'll go back to the top of the lineup. Serena Cortez up for the Spartans.
Now this is where the Spartans are dangerous. One runner on, no outs. Powerful hitter, leadoff hitter in Cortez, but she thrives with runners on base, especially with her speed.
Infield in at the corners, potentially expecting a bunt.
Pulls back.
Mustangs expecting another bunt attempt. Cortez delivers, and that is a perfectly executed bunt. Nobody is at home. Goes right up the middle. That's a base hit for Serena Cortez.
Spun it right to where the pitcher was. However, with the pitcher running out of the box on that pitch, had to have the first baseman slide over. No one was on first. Results in a huge mix-up. First and second, no outs. Press on base at the bat.
Very deflating there because that was a sacrifice attempt that just so happened to be a base hit. So Shelby Press with 2 runners on now, nobody out. Opportunity for the Spartans to break this one wide open.
Potentially a sacrifice attempt here to move the runners to second and third base. Runners in at the corner.
Yeah, they're expecting a bunt again, the Mustangs are. See what Press does here. Long wait from Crank. There's the bunt. They'll go the short way to first, get the play made. Successful sacrifice there by Shelby Press. Gets the job done now. 2 runners in scoring position for McKaylee Dooley. She can help herself out, adding on to her lead.
Runners at second and third. Very smart to get that bunt down. 2 runners in scoring position. Dooley at the plate. First base still a little in right here, though. Not expecting her to go oppo.
And the pitch. Swung on a miss, going off speed there is Crank. Dooley was expecting fastball.
Expecting to swing at that first pitch fastball, which has been the case most of the time here.
Yeah, 3 straight at bats for Dooley. She's swinging first pitch, not wasting any time up there at the dish. Chopper through the middle. This could be 2. Running hard and scoring. Yes, is Cortez. And advancing to second alertly there was Dooley on the overthrow. 2 ribbies for Michaela Dooley. That gets the Spartans out of the bench and onto the field. Now 3-0 Tampa.
Huge to get to that 3-run lead. And keep in mind, great smart heads-up base running by Dooley to advance to second base, giving her another runner in scoring position with Phillips at the plate now.
Looks like we're going for a pinch runner here for Michaela Dooley. And Alex, to your point, that one was not hit particularly hard. It was just the placement of that one, right in between the third and shortstop. Nobody able to make the play, and that one scampered into left field. Running hard was Cortez and Pasco. They both score. Here comes Lauren Reyes to replace Dooley.
Lauren Reyes, we may see start the second game. Maybe just getting her legs going a little bit.
Sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. Sports good speed for the Spartans. Adding more wheels as Bailey Phillips now digs in with one down.
Also giving Dooley a little bit of rest before she goes out there to pitch.
And Michaela Dooley 6 outs away from a shutout.
7 hits now on the day for the Spartans as well.
Team effort so far. Contributions throughout the lineup. Roped foul.
Right into the bullpen.
One to Phillips. Crushed foul. Back-to-back swings. Bailey Phillips has been a slightly early, but she's right on it, reading Crank's pitches very well.
Coach Canner leading her on just to do it again. She's got it. Only 1 out still for this inning.
One, 2 the count on Phillips. Crank tries to get out of trouble. And the 1-2.
Scuffled on by the third baseman. See if it goes down on an error. As an error, Bailey Phillips gets to first base. Runners at first and second with Farrell coming up. Still only 1 out.
In between hop there for Kaylee Henches. Unable to make the play.
She looked to just lift her eyes over to first base before she picked up that ball, knowing that's where she was going to go, and she just missed it.
At the very least, she stopped that one from going down the corner. That one could have been a lot worse. Hit to the center fielder, Decker, who has a strong arm. Lauren Reyes will now test her, trying to tag. Now Emily Profit.
Now batting number 4, Emily Profit.
As the freshman gets more and more reps, the more comfortable and more patient she is up at the dish. Infield playing back for her. Crank delivers.
Runners go. Just a bluff.
Strike 1. A 1 on its way. On the black, 0-2 the count.
Expecting a hit and run situation here with 2 outs. Reyes is almost half the way to third base by the time Profit even swings.
0-2. Chopper.
Fair.
That's a fair ball. Here comes Lauren Reyes. She will score standing up. RBI single. Emily Profit right down the line. Now 4-0 Spartans.
A clutch single down the line with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Scoring Reyes with the wheels coming in as a pinch runner at second base. Canner's moves looking great here.
Kaylee Clark up now for the Spartans. Some more clouds come into the sky. Sun has gone away for the moment.
No rain in the forecast today, but potentially some rain tomorrow.
First pitch taken by Clark, strike one.
Questionable call on the outside corner, but good officiating so far today from the umpire.
Credit Klaus framing that pitch. 1-1. One and one on Kaylee Clark. And the pitch. Inside. Here come the runners. Both advance. Alert base running there by both Phillips and Profit.
That goes down as a double steal and gets the runners in scoring position. The 2-1 count.
2-1 now to Clark with 2 runners in scoring position. Little looper. Decker there makes the play. That'll conclude the 5th inning. We'll get ready to go to the 6th, but not before the Spartans strike for 3 more runs. 4-0 in favor of the Spartans.
These Spartans really banking on the 5th inning, 6th inning to score all their runs. As you see there, 3 runs scored, 8 hits, only compared to Mustangs' 1 hit, giving Julie that 1-run lead. That 4-run lead. Only 2 innings left to pitch.
Interesting here now, Alex. We see Maddie Farrell taken out of the game for Rachel Foote. She'll be behind the plate now for the 6th inning.
I wonder why that's happening.
Perhaps maybe the doubleheader having something to do with this one. Trying to save Maddie Farrell for the 2nd game.
Maybe we'll see Foote behind the plate, giving her a little couple of reps before she does it.
Yeah, Rachel Foote will now be behind the plate. She is
senior.
The senior, yes, one of the leaders of the Spartans team.
Behind the plate for the Spartans, number 11, Rachel Foote.
We also see Alex Walton enter the game for the Spartans. Outfielder, senior, so we have 2 seniors coming in now.
Walton in right field, a place where we really haven't seen many balls hit. Maybe that changes. Usually sometimes when somebody comes in, the first ball goes right to him.
Leading off, number 1, Maddie Schlins.
Maddie Schlins up to the bat. Infield in. Schlins lays down a bunt. Taken strong by Clark. Strong throw. Schlins retired. Kaylee Clark with the cannon throw onward to Emily Jansen. 1 out.
Beautiful bare hand play. She was all over that, all the way from third base.
Necessary qualities of being a third baseman. Must have that strong arm. We see it there by Kaylee Clark.
First pitch called strike, 0-1.
Kaylee Dooley has been ahead in the count. Seems all game long. Now 0-2 on Abby Decker, the center fielder.
Decker, the leadoff hitter for the day. Has not gotten on base yet.
And the pitch. She gone! Emphatic punch out there. Kevin Jack, another strikeout to the tally. McKaylee Dooley 2 down, and I don't think anyone can stop her at this point. She is in a zone, and nobody is going to have anything to say about that. We have Emma Grote, sophomore, outfielder, batting second, playing first base for the Mustangs up at the plate. Takes strike 1. Infield in for Grote. Swung on and miss. 0-2 now.
Spartan infield very alert today. Great fielding.
It's been a combination of outstanding pitching, tremendous defense, and add on some primetime hitting, and that's where we have it. 4-0. Just gets a piece as Grote, staying alive.
Getting some encouragement from her dugout.
And the pitch spoiled. Kaylee Dooley looking for another K, and the pitch punched foul.
Staying
Nice at bat
alive
from
is
Grote.
Staying alive.
Extenuating the at bat. Can't say it again though, Alex. Only one hit on what was a little looper for the Mustangs, so Kaylee Dooley has been in control the whole game. Chopper. Dooley makes the play.
A little bit late.
I think that's one of those where Dooley should have charged. She kind of waited on it. Was not hit very hard. It'll be a hit for Emma Grote.
Infield hit fast out of the box with that slashing swing approach, and one runner on first, 2 out. Here comes Tomlinson, second baseman.
We'll see if Tomlinson, number 3 hitter, can get going. She's been relatively quiet today. First pitch punched out. Erica Matic makes the catch. Will conclude the top half of the 6th inning. 1 run, no hits.
Great body language from Tampa here, all smiles. Mustangs seem dejected and out of it. Something that made very...
Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
It's free.
on him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
Carry that over to the next. Emily Jansen to lead off this inning. Last time she was up, saw a great diving play in center field. You know that's in the back of her mind, but also great contact. Looking to build on her 111 average for the season.
Leading off, number 19, Emily Jansen.
Emily Jansen was robbed by Abby Decker on her last at-bat. Phenomenal web gem catch made in center field. She'll look to get a hit here. Bottom half of the 6th inning.
Pitcher ready.
Pitch taken for a strike. 0-1.
Full Jansen, who wasn't expecting to pitch on the inside there.
0-1 from Crank. Hops to the plate. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Punch. Nice play there by the first baseman, Grote. Retires Jansen.
Heading to the plate, number 5, Lauren Pasco.
Lauren Pasco trying to go 3 for 3 here. One of the sparks of this Tampa lineup. She has 2 of the 8 hits today.
Pasco taking out fielding wise last inning. It seems very confident at the plate. Ball up and high, 1-0.
The 1-0 from Crank. Now 2-0. Hitters count 3-0 to Pasco. The 3-0 from Crank is outside, and a 4-pitch walk. Lauren Pasco.
Free pass to Pasco.
Been on base 3 different times today. Something you always like from the number 9 hitter.
Kerner might keep that in her back of her mind, know that she's on a roll, maybe move her up in the order a little bit for the second game.
Now, how about this, Alex? For the first time today, Serena Cortez back from the left side. We've been talking about that throughout the course of the season. She batted from the right side first 2 times up.
The only switch hitter on the team.
There goes Pasco on the run. She'll make it easily.
Throw over the head of the shortstop. Getting those pants dirty. Digging out that stolen base.
Lauren Pasco. 2 hits, a walk, a stolen base. Solid defense out there in right field. One of her better games of the season.
Cortez now back on the right side of the plate and right-handed.
Playing mind games with the pitcher Crank. That one is going to be a base hit.
Staying at third is Pasco. Down to second goes Cortez. Heads up base running to get in safely.
Aggressive base running by these Tampa Spartans.
That'll be a single and advance to second.
Now batting, number 6.
Smart play. 2 runners in scoring position.
Now, how about Alex Walton stepping up to the plate, the senior from St. John's, Florida, with 2 runners in scoring position. Alex Walton, a chance to cash in here.
She must have said, "Coach, put me in." Gets her shot here to bring in a run.
She came in for Shelby Press.
The 1-0 count.
Now batting second, the senior. Opportunity to drive in 2 runs, perhaps. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Swan will get through the middle.
Through the gap. Staying at third is Cortez.
That'll score 1 and out. Going to second is Walton, and she makes it in.
Heads up base running again on an in-between throw. Second time today we've seen a ball trickle between shortstop and third base. Clutch RBI from Walton off the bench. Up now comes Dooley.
Yeah, 5-0 on 10 hits for the Spartans. We have a meeting in the middle of the infield by the Mustangs, trying to find some answers here. So second and third for Dooley now. Give Walton an RBI, and she goes to second on the throw. Dooley looking to help her own cause here, expand the lead.
Chops it in the ground, goes Dooley running to first. RBI there with the interesting choice just to toss it.
Yeah, maybe Crank thought that was a force out, but there was no one on first, so the tag needed to be applied. Heads up base running there by the Spartans. Cortez scores, advancing to third is Alex Walton. Dooley gets in with a base hit.
Number 12, Matic, as a pinch hitter here.
Seeing Erica Matic.
She's been starting the game at second base, has not gotten an opportunity to hit yet.
Will hit
an
for
RBI
Bailey.
Opportunity here.
Hitting for Bailey Phillips. We see Rachel Foote on deck. Also going to get her first at-bat. So Matic gets her first at-bat with runners on the corners. One out here in the bottom of the fifth, or bottom of the sixth, excuse me. 6-0 Tampa.
Tampa really putting it on in these later innings.
Seeing a bunch of new faces come in, making substitutions, making their presence known.
Especially looking explosive on the base path. 1-1 count.
Now you wonder for the Mustangs, the second half of this game, Crank came in with a 2.45 ERA. The next best ENA was Athena Galling at 6.41. So it'll be something to watch and monitor the second half of this doubleheader to see what they can do, and if the Spartans can really break through and continue what they've done in the latter half of this game in the next one.
Look for this batting to continue and maybe in that second game exploit the pitching early. However, we got to finish this first game at hand here. As Dooley takes second on the wild pitch.
I think the real difference here has just been these Spartans' ability to put a bat on the ball, and that doesn't have to necessarily be the best hit, but put pressure on the defense, whereas Dooley's just been striking out all game long, these Mustangs hitters.
Adage here with the 2-2.
RBI opportunity for Matic. To Erica Matic.
Rope to left field.
Catch made. Dooley might get doubled up, and that she will. Dooley thought that one was going to get over the head of Johnson. That'll be a double play. That'll conclude the sixth inning, but not before the Spartans strike for two more. It's now 6-0 Tampa. Michaela Dooley is now 3 outs away from the shutout victory.
Good defensive player there, but still a 6-run lead for the Spartans going into the
Nada. Empanada. It's Mr. Empanada to you.
Now serving up scrumptious empanadas in convenient Tampa Bay locations. Mr. Empanada, delightfully delicious.
To get back once the catch is made by Johnson. That's one of those she has to be halfway between the line of second and third. So if it falls, she can still score, but if the catch is made, she can get back to second relatively easily. Now, Michaela Dooley has had some incredible performances this season. Where do you think this one ranks up there? One of her best for sure, Alex, in terms of overall performances, both as a pitcher and as a batter.
Very good job from Dooley here today. She's been solid this whole last week. But we'll see here if she can close out this game easy. She's been doing so with 5 pitch innings, 10 pitch innings, 1, 2, 3s. Let's see what the Mustangs have to offer on the batting side of the plate.
Cleanup hitter Bailey Johnson up for the Mustangs. First pitch is taken to strike one. A 1 from Dooley. Inside, 1-1. Taken outside, 2-1. Pitch to Johnson. Taken, now 2-2 the count. Dooley will probably go to the high riser here, looking to get Johnson to chase.
Pitch goes outside.
Johnson lays off. We have a full count now. On the pitch. Spoiled foul to the Spartan dugout. We'll do it again. Nice at bat here for Bailey Johnson, making Dooley work. Adding to that pitch count. Ball 4, so Johnson works a walk.
Heading to the plate, number 13, Matty Krogh.
Matty Krogh, left fielder, now up.
Delivery from McKaylee, straight to third.
Should be around the
goes to
horn, double
second.
play, perhaps. Matic, relay to Jensen, not in time. They get
Gets
the
the
lead.
lead runner. 1 out down.
Yeah,
Good play from Clark over there to be alert.
That one was not hit hard enough to turn 2, but as you mentioned, good work by Clark, relaying it to Matic, getting the lead runner. Now up Mackenzie Klaus, the catcher. Taken outside, count goes to 1-1.
Again, keep in mind this is foot at the catching spot, as Dooley may be more used to pitching to Farrell. Different dynamic, different pitching, different call of the pitches, and maybe these two just need to get a little bit more used to each other.
1-2 the count now. And Klaus. Serve. That'll fall. Behind the shortstop Profit. Third hit of the game for the Mustangs, so they're going down with a fight.
At the plate, number 17, Kaylee Henches.
Forgot to mention a defensive substitution earlier, as Walden, who was in right field, is now in left field. And Pasco's in right field. And Press isn't out there right now.
Mustangs trying to spoil potential shutout for complete game for McKaylee Dooley. Now with the runner in scoring position for Kaylee Henches. Off speed. Henches wasn't ready for it. Now 0-2.
Beautiful pitch, 0-2 now. For Dooley to go for the strikeout.
The 0-2. Taken high.
Sun coming in now to the right. Maybe affecting a right-handed batter's vision a little bit.
1-2. Shigon, swing and a miss, gets behind.
Runners advance to second and third, however.
Yeah, with the runner on first base, you cannot run to first base, but the runners do advance, so now second and third with 2 outs.
At the plate, number 30, Emma Lero.
So Lero one to Lero. Could be the final batter of this game for the Mustangs. Swung on and missed. Southwest Minnesota State is down to their final strike.
Quickly 0-2 here. Dooley not looking to let any runs in and keeping her ERA below 2.
And the 0-2 from Dooley. Shigon! That's your ball game. The final score is 6-0. 10 hits for the Spartans compared to 3 hits for the Mustangs, no errors for the Spartans, 1 error for the Mustangs. So stay with us. I'm Connor Moore alongside Alex Kirsch. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second game of this doubleheader. Stay right with us, folks.
Your pizza loaded with cheese, then have we got a crust for you. Pizza Hut's ultimate cheesy crust pizza. 16 cheesy pockets overflowing with a 5-cheese blend of melted cheeses. Only from Pizza Hut and only for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa. This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Abby Decker.
Welcome back to the Namoli Family Stadium. We're here for the second portion of this game. Leading off is Decker.
An early error there from the Spartans, throwing the ball into right field. Sam Kay on the mound here for the Spartans.
Sam Kay gets the start for the Spartans. She comes in with a 3.46 ERA with 1 win and 16 strikeouts.
Number 6, Emma Grove.
Thank you for joining us for the second half of this doubleheader. Tampa took the first game 6-0. Starting here at a new game, 0-0. Great day outside. Thank you again for joining us.
Emma Grote now, first baseman, tries to bunt to no avail. She's playing first base.
Quickly behind 0-1.
Abby Decker standing off first base after the throwing error from Kay.
A few changes to the Spartan defense for this game, too.
Absolutely. Snap throw that time. No avail by Farrell. We'll take a look at the Mustangs lineup. We saw Abby Decker in center field. She led off. Now at bat, Emma Grote playing first base. Bailey Johnson batting third, playing left field. We have Madison Krogh batting cleanup. She'll be catching for the Mustangs. Batting fifth and playing third base is Mackenzie Klaus. Playing second and batting sixth is Callie Tomlinson. Designated player batting seventh is Kaylee Hedges. New face in right field, Sarah DeSchmidt. Beating it out that time is Grote, so now first and second.
Safe at first is Grote. Kay is not necessarily the type of a power pitcher as we saw earlier. Dooley, maybe a new confident SMSU club out here this time.
Yeah, they quickly forgot about the first game being shut out. They're looking to strike first against Sam Kay. Now Bailey Johnson batting third. Squares the bunt. She fouls it off.
Much very different defense, though. We see Taylor Farrell in at second. We have Phillips, who was the designated player, in at third. Ray is over in right field.
Taken outside. Now 1-1 against Johnson. So
Press
going back.
is in center. And over there in left field, we see Tap House, who's
Spot
usually
start.
just a pinch runner.
So some new faces for both teams here in the second part of the doubleheader. Concluding the lineup will be playing shortstop, batting ninth will be Madison Schlins, and pitching for the Mustangs, Megan Cole, sophomore lefty. So we have two southpaws on the mound here, Alex, for the second portion of the game. Chopper to Farrell. She'll go the short way to first. Advancing the runners, though, to second and third now.
Could have potentially been a double play had she not bobbled that right there. As you know, Kay left-handed. She's the only pure left-handed pitcher and hitter on the Spartans club. Cortez, who we saw in the first game, she's a switch hitter. Kay is our only pure lefty.
So now we see Maddie Krogh with two runners on. She was 1 for 3 in the first game here. Opportunity to drive in some runs. Swung on and missed.
Crucial part here already in the top of the first inning with runners in scoring position and only one out.
Chopper, that one is caught. Impressive catch there by Christina Clawberg. So we're seeing Christina Clawberg. She sat the first game in favor of Emily Profit. So Christina Clawberg making a nice play there.
Almost as if she's always out there making plays.
Next up,
Great leadership.
Mackenzie Klaus now for the Mustangs. Takes strike one.
Now batting number 5, Mackenzie Klaus.
2 outs now, still runners in scoring position.
Klaus was 1 for 2 in the first game. Off speed, taking strike 2. Now Sam Kay 0-2. She can avoid trouble here with an out of Klaus.
Great dip on that there, almost like a curveball.
The 0-2 from Kay. Take a look at the umpires. We're switching around. The crew chief this game will be Krista Hanukkah, and at first base will be Kevin Jack. The 1-2 to Klaus. Big pitch here from Kay. Chopper. Third base, strong throw onwards to Jansen. Play made by Bailey Phillips. That will conclude the top half of the first inning.
1 hit, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the first.
Shaky start there, but Tampa able to escape, giving up no runs.
Spartans get out of trouble. Let's take a look at the Spartans lineup for this second game of the doubleheader. Leading off, playing center field will be Shelby Press. Shortstop. Taylor Farrell. So we have two Farrells in the lineup today. She'll be playing second. Sam Kay will pitch. Brianna Taphouse in left field. And then to conclude the lineup will be Emily Jansen, first baseman for the Spartans. And they'll go up against Megan Cole, left-hander out of Colgate, Wisconsin. 6'11" sophomore for the Mustangs. So what do you think about the change in the lineup for the Spartans here, Alex? We have a few new faces that we did not see in the first game.
Seems as though a lot of these new batters are going to be eager to hitting it. However, with this pitcher coming out over a 6 ERA, something that Spartans will look to exploit early. Press, unhappy with her first performance. She told us specifically that she wants just to hone in on her at-bats, thinking that she's going to be really thinking about her mechanics and getting on base here early.
Shelby Press came up to the press box. She was 0 for 2. So looking to get back on track here. She'll lead it off against Q. First pitch from Cull, taken strike 1.
She faked the bunt, pulled back, took the strike.
In at the corners for Press. Inside, count evens, 1-1.
Almost hits her in the chest. Good job avoiding that.
Yeah, Press seems pretty determined to hit here. She does not want to take the free base. She wants to swing away. Punched foul. Shelby Press now behind in the count. Interesting to see what Megan Cole's go-to pitch is now ahead in the count. And the pitch. Inside, 2-2. And the pitch swung on and missed. Shelby Press goes down swinging. Megan Cole gets the first out via the strikeout.
Clawberg now at bat in her traditional 2-hole. Did not start the first game, but battling some injuries. She's coming out here to tough it out for the second game.
Pitch to Christina Clawberg, taken outside, 1-0. The 1-0 taken, 2-0 now on Clawberg. She's ahead in the count. Christina will look to see if pitch in her wheelhouse, looking to drive here ahead in the count. One's outside now, 3-0 on Clawberg. So after the strikeout, Cole having trouble finding the strike zone here. There's a strike.
3-1 count. Number 3 out there. Pitcher sets.
There's ball 4. Nice at bat there for Christina Clawberg. She gets on base. Next up, designated player McKaylee Dooley. It's a good point, Alex. We'll see if maybe McKaylee Dooley comes in relief. We've seen it again and again. She did a tremendous job limiting her pitch count in that first game, just not messing around, throwing strikes, and taking care of the Mustangs in fashionable order.
Dooley, a pure two-way player between pitching and batting. She also could field at first base. Sam Kay, our pitcher for today, will not be batting. She's purely a pitcher.
Worth taking note, this enormous gap in between the shortstop and third baseman if Dooley just wants to punch one out there.
Yeah, she's batting 7th, I think. Yeah.
1-1 to Dooley. Chopper. Everyone will be safe. That was off of the foot of Callie Tomlinson. That had the makings of possibly being a double play. Instead, everybody is safe.
Should be an error on the second baseman there.
At the plate, number 15, Bailey Phillips.
Now, Bailey Phillips came into this day with the lead dog in the batting average, 346, a 346 batting average for Bailey Phillips, something that's very impressive, especially considering she's only a freshman. Phillips takes strike 1 from Cole. Phillips batting cleanup, playing the hot corner. This time she was the designated player last game.
Takes the ball.
It's really remarkable how interchangeable this Spartans team is. These players can play a multitude of positions, not limited to one role. Taken outside, 2-1 is the count. Still nobody out. Pardon me, there is one out. We had Shelby Press retired, so runners on first and second. Rope down the line. Running hard is Clawberg. This will be a play at the plate. Never mind. They cut off by the third baseman. Now 1-0 Spartans.
Huge smile on the face of Phillips, knowing she really crushed that ball into left field. Liner. 1-0. And up now comes Farrell. Maddie Farrell, that is. We have both Farrells batting today.
We have both Farrells in the lineup for the Spartans today. Sisters doing a
Younger sister here, Farrell, is only a sophomore. She's the regular catcher for the team.
2 runners on. Takes outside. 1-0 the count. Directly at Cole. Kind of caught her off guard. She could have had a double play. Shaken up with the liner directly at her. Hit on a button by Maddie Farrell to no avail.
She seemed to have caught that off her hip just in the motion of delivering the pitch and caught it right into the glove on the hip. And great reactionary play. Thankfully, no one got hurt.
We'll see Lauren Reyes. She pinch ran in the first game. She scored. Pinch ran for McKaylee Dooley in the first game. Now 2 on for her. Just get the feeling because the first game was such a pitcher's duel. This one will have a little bit more hitting with 2 pitchers that aren't quite, McKaylee Dooley and Shelby Crank. So we'll see how these 2 lineups can handle each opposing pitcher. Chopped up the middle off a ricochet. Gonna be a tough play. Save! That was a close one.
Second straight hit straight at the pitcher. I thought maybe if the shortstop would have done a little scoop pass over to second base, could have gotten out there. Instead goes for the longer throw to first and able to run it out was Reyes.
Now Taylor Farrell, Maddie's sister, up at the plate with the bases loaded. Opportunity here to cash in big time for the Spartans.
Senior playing second base, steps into the plate. Big delivery. She led the team in RBIs last season. Not necessarily her finest year so far. Only hitting with a .077 average. The bases loaded. Maybe that might bring out the best in her.
Well, there's no place to put Farrell for Cole, so she has to come right at her. So Farrell should have some pitches to hit here. Let's see if she can capitalize with the bases jacked. First pitch is low. Ahead in the count now is Taylor Farrell. And the 1-0. Swung on and missed. One to Taylor Farrell. Taken. Now 1-2 the count.
Pitcher's count here. Maybe she'll look to get her to chase.
So despite it being the first inning, this has a major effect. Let's see if Megan Cole can get out of it or if Taylor Farrell can break this game open. This one is sky high. Retired. Nice catch there by Callie Tomlinson. That'll conclude the first inning, but not before the Spartans strike for the first run of the game. 1-0 in favor of the Spartans.
Heading to the second inning, Spartans lead 1-0.
Sam Kay gets ready to come back into the circle. A reminder, looking ahead, the Spartans have a busy week ahead of them. They will finish this game against Southwest Minnesota State.
Amazing new iPhone 8 is at AT&T, and we know you'll love it.
Because we know you want more.
More great camera features and more power.
And more than just unlimited data, we give you unlimited plans with HBO included for life.
Because you deserve more entertainment. And more spokespeople.
Talking like this, saying the word more.
AT&T.
It's time for more. Am I too close? I feel like I'm too close.
Get the iPhone 8, and with all AT&T Unlimited plans, get HBO for life, only from AT&T.
Spartans.
Spartans looking to capitalize here and playing an out-of-conference opponent, improving their record overall and their out-of-conference record.
Spartans currently sit at 11-9 on the season, looking to get to 12-9 after this game. Callie Tomlinson, the second baseman, will be next to face Sam Kay as we prepare to start the second inning. Seeing some more shadows. Be interesting to see if it affects the hitter's eye at the plate. Tomlinson came into this game leading the Mustangs in batting average, RBIs, hits.
The one pitch at bat there, she's gunned down at first base. One away.
Stepping to the plate, number 17, Kaylee Henches.
Kaylee Henches played third last game. She'll be the designated player for the second game here. Sam Kay winds up and delivers. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Off speed. Taken, strike two. Sam Kay starting to find a groove here after a little bit of an erratic start. First couple batters. The 0-2. Spoiled foul. We'll do it again.
Watch out over there in the bullpen. That was a screamer.
Mention Alex. Kay is the lone southpaw on the team for the Spartans. 0-2.
Pitch got away from her up. 2-2.
Henches digs back in. Kay gets back. And the 2-2 from Sam Kay. Chopped. Taylor Farrell going all out. The flip drags Jansen off the base. Nice effort there.
Good effort to run down. Maybe a little late on the read, but she was not able to adjust her hips enough to flip that ball over to first base in time.
Credit Henches. She has good wheels. Running hard down the line. I think that's something that head coach Jamie Dunn talked to her team about, because there were a few instances in the first game where the Mustangs were not running hard out of the box and they ultimately paid for it, whereas the Spartans were extremely aggressive on the base pass. Snap throw! That's close! Maybe Farrell didn't apply the tag, but Taylor Farrell certainly got there.
I think she applied the tag early, and maybe that ump did not see it. It seemed that she caught the ball. She had tagged her, but afterwards she took it off.
Kevin Jack might have not been in the best position to see it. That was a bang-bang play. And the bunt. Charging hard is Bailey Phillips. She gets the out at first. Advancing to second is Tomlinson.
A good bunt. You see her fired up over there. Even just after a bunt, a task that seemed almost monumental in the first game of the series.
Maddie Schlins, the shortstop, next up.
2 away with a runner in scoring position. A lefty-lefty matchup at the plate while she chokes up on the bat.
First pitch, strike one. Infield coming in for Schlens, more of a slap hitter for the Mustangs.
All the way 1-1.
It's amazing how far in the Spartans outfield is playing for Schlens, not respecting her pop at all. Looking for the line drive.
They're also trying to minimize the effect of the ball getting hit, resulting in a run. Trying to keep this 1-run lead. 2 hits already for both sides.
2-1 now. Sam K delivers. Chopper! Farrell stops it. And that's a big play because that could have absolutely scored a run. So even though she cannot get Schlins at first, Farrell saving a run by keeping that one in the infield.
Interesting to see there that she was stopped at third, given that she did dive for the ball. Maybe it would have been easier to get a throw in from center running in other than a diving backwards player. But playing it safe, stopping them at third base.
So
2 away.
2 outs. Runners on the corner. Abby Decker, leadoff hitter. Swinging away. First pitch. Christina Klauberg gets under it. Makes the catch. And Sam K for the second inning in a row. Runners were on base, but she avoids trouble. So 2 scoreless innings for Sam K.
Sam K to lead off next inning. Actually with Jansen, the first baseman, demoted to the designated player role after a poor performance at the plate in the first game. We'll see what Kay can do at the plate, not necessarily known for her hitting.
Brianna Taphouse playing left field. She'll be in the flex. But it's amazing because the Spartans had great contributions. Emily Prophet with a hit, Kaylee Clark with a hit, and Lauren Pasco with 2 hits. So 4 hits in the first game from the bottom of the order. 4 of the 10 hits. So
Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
it's free.
On him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
facing Megan Cole.
Leading off, number 16, Sam K.
Sam K, a sophomore, 5'6", from Watchung, New Jersey. Playing in at the corners for K. Cole's ready. K's ready. Let's do it. Bottom of the second. Take strike one.
The only lefty-lefty matchup we're going to see from a Spartan hitter today.
And the pitch. Sky high. Taken in foul ground by the first baseman, Grote. Retires K, one down.
Something I saw there was after the out, it seemed as though the first baseman and the pitcher almost clapped hands and put the ball into the other person's glove. I don't know about you, but that could almost be a hidden ball trick type of situation, and the nifty little handoff there. Keep that in mind for if you see a runner at first base.
So here we are, Alex. We have Brianna Taphouse at the plate with Shelby Press on deck. So Emily Jansen will be the flex after getting 3 at-bats in the first game. So Brianna Taphouse getting her first bit of action here.
Taphouse known for her speed. Usually as a pinch runner.
Taphouse slicing one. Catch made by Grote. A fine play in foul territory. Emma Grote making it 2 down.
Now batting, number 18, Shelby Press.
Press now back at the plate, determined to get a hit. Senior from Miami, Florida.
Press punches one. That'll reach the gap in right center field. Extra bases. Shelby Press running hard. She's going for 3, and she will make it.
Slides into third safely.
You said it best, Alex. She went up to the plate on a mission there. She wanted to go in there and rake. That she did. A triple for Shelby Press. That is her second triple of the season. Now Christina Klauberg, the junior shortstop, up 2 outs, runner on third.
She might have ripped maybe the fabric of the back of her pants. I see her tugging on it, pointing at it.
Something interesting, Alex. You always say you never want to make that third out at third, but Shelby Press, she was determined to get there, and she came with a full head of steam. She made it easily. So Christina Clawberg just trying to bring home press. Each team with 3 hits here. Bottom half of the second inning. The 1-1 is high. There also is some applied pressure on the catcher, Krogh. Krogh was playing left field last game, so perhaps if she lets one get by, Shelby Press might take advantage and come home. This was a little looper. Could be trouble. Coming on strong, though, in left field is Johnson. So despite the triple by Press, Cole gets out of trouble. That'll conclude the second inning. It's 1-0 Spartans. Some more background information on Southwest Minnesota State. The Mustangs are located in Marshall, Minnesota, and 3,000 students are enrolled there. They're in the Northern Sun Conference, so if you're a Southwest Minnesota State fan listening to us, thanks again for joining us. Of course, if you're a Spartans fan, thank you for tuning in on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon here at the Namoli Family Stadium alongside Alex Kirsch. I'm Connor Moore. Alex, this has been a great 2 games so far, and I fully expect the second one to live up to the hype the first one did.
Especially in the second game, we see 6 hits already between both, 3 apiece, 1 error even, so maybe a shaky little bit of nerves with these new players in different positions. Very interesting that the catcher for this game for Southwest Minnesota State is playing left field. That's a big mindset change. We got 2 different pitchers out here ready to duel going into the top of the third.
It's also interesting, the right fielder for today's game, Sarah DeSmet, is also listed as a catcher. So we have 3 catchers on this Mustang team. So Emma Grote will get her second crack at Sam Kay, the first baseman batting second, up to the dish.
Grote has made a few defensive plays over there at first base, not necessarily having a great contributions at the plate. Second baseman all the way in.
Getting back to the first game, Michaela Dooley had 10 punch-outs compared to Crank only 1, so that was the real difference. Spartans put the ball in play, whereas the Mustangs struggled to make contact.
10 punch-outs, 10 strikeouts through only 7 innings is a great statistic for Dooley.
Yeah, only 3
Kay
hits.
is not the same type of strikeout power, but she's really got to focus on getting these balls in the zone.
Yeah, it looks like we get some good length out of Kay, and perhaps Michaela Dooley will come in relief. Pitch taken, strike 1-2, the count. One, 2. Grote checks her swing. Count goes to 2-2. Sam Kay working from the windup here. She delivers. Swung on a miss. She gone. Strikeout, Sam Kay.
Great poise there at the dish, but better pitching.
Bailey Johnson now. She moves from right field to left field for this game, batting third. She was 0 for 2 with a walk in the first game.
Kay paints the outside corner, 0-1.
Quickly 0-2 now on Johnson. Sam Kay not messing around. The 0-2 taken outside. And the pitch. Spoiled foul. 1-2 on its way. Chopper. Clawberg fields. Strong throw. Just in time. Got her by a half step.
Now batting number 13, Maddie Krogh.
Next up, Maddie Krogh.
There's 2 outs, right?
First pitch to Krogh, taken outside, 1-0. The pitch taken by Farrell, staying with it, making the play. Retires the side. So
No hits, no errors. On to the bottom half of the third inning. Spartans lead 1-0.
we'll go to the bottom half of the third. 1-0 Spartans.
Good 1-2-3 inning there from Kay.
Michaela Dooley will lead off for the Spartans here in the bottom of the third. Next to face Megan Cole. Brief meeting at the center of the circle for the Mustangs. Cole's ready. Dooley's ready. Let's do it. Start the bottom half of the third inning. Check swing right back to Cole. 1 down.
One pitch out there for Dooley. Last game, she seemed to be swinging at the first pitch. She kind of thought about swinging, laughing about that. Phillips at the plate now, who had a booming shot into left center.
Phillips batting cleanup for the Spartans, playing third base for this game. Cole's pitch, taking strike 1. Defense playing straight up for Phillips. And the 0-1. Roped into the left center field gap. Cut off nicely, though, limiting Phillips to a single is the left fielder Bailey Johnson. Good piece of hitting there by Phillips.
Second time she's hit that same gap.
Now at the plate, number 54, Maddie Farrell.
Maybe we'll see a shift on her going forwards, leaning to that left. She's been pulling the ball.
Catcher Maddie Farrell now up. Pitch taken, strike 1. Pitch taken high. Count evens, 1-1. Pitch punched right by the second baseman. Running hard as Phillips. She'll go first to third.
She's being waved on home from an errant throw.
And going to second now is Maddie Farrell. So Phillips scores on the throwing error. Farrell goes to second, and now it's 2-0 Spartans. As Lauren Reyes steps up to bat. Lauren Reyes, the sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. First pitch taken outside, 1-0. The 1-0. Swung on a miss by Reyes. Spartans have done a fabulous job shutting down this Mustangs team for well over 10 innings now as Reyes swings and misses. And the 1-2. Taken, strike three. The punch out by Chris Hanukkah. Give another strikeout to Megan Cole.
2 down now, and comes Taylor Farrell looking to bat, and her younger sister Maddie's over there in second.
Second baseman Taylor Farrell now. Fouls off the first pitch.
Maddie over there at second base doesn't have the fastest wheels. So if she's going to run home, look for a ball that's deep.
Farrell sisters at Valerico, Florida. Bounces to the plate. Count goes 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled off behind the plate. Now in the hole, 1-2 is the count with 2 outs. Looking to make contact here. And the payoff. We'll do it again. The 1-2 from Cole is high. This one is served. Nice running catch made by the right fielder, Sarah Schmidt. Conclude the third inning, not before the Spartans strike for one more. We'll get ready to go to the fourth inning, 2-0 Tampa.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Balls, though, have gone to the outfield. She seems to be very content being a ground ball pitcher. And going forwards, we haven't seen any balls really from this Mustangs team sky into the outfield with any sort of pace or power. And that's why I think Kay has this confidence just to go out there and give it her best stuff.
Yeah, Kay looks very content with catcher Maddie Farrell. They seem to have a good 1-2 punch. So leading off now for the Mustangs, Emma Grote.
She reached last time on an infield single.
Pardon me, that's Mackenzie Klaus. She'll be catching and batting fourth, cleanup hitter. From Waconia, Minnesota, the senior, standing at 5'5".
Leading off, number 5, Mackenzie Klaus.
After a brief meeting in the circle by the Spartans defenders, Kay gets ready as Klaus digs in. And the pitch, taken, strike one. 0-1. Count goes to 1-1 on the miscue by K. The 1-1. Chopper fielded by K. And a nice pick there by Emily Jansen at first base.
Tough play there to track the bouncing ball and turn to her right and throw it over, but...
And that's one of those plays where Bailey Phillips says, Sam, let me take that charging as the coming in from the hot corner because she had to do a 180 K. The lefty had to catch and then turn around, but made a strong throw, and it was a bang-bang play. Great scoop by Emily Jansen there at first base. Callie Tomlinson up now.
Early 0-1 count to Tomlinson.
Sophomore out at Las Vegas, Nevada. Interesting. She's from Nevada. Most of this team is from the north. We have a player from the southwest. Grounds one, past the diving Christina Clawberg. That's a base hit for Callie Tomlinson.
Solid contact there, not trying to do too much with the ball. It's a runner on base.
Number 17, Kaylee Hedges.
Kaylee Henches now up to the plate with a runner on first with one out. First pitch taken, strike one. The 0-1 high, count evens.
Went for an off-speed pitch, just got away from her.
One from K. Henches checks her swing.
2-1. Farrell over there looks ready for a double play opportunity. Chopped right.
Serve foul. Count goes 2-2. The 2-2 from K. Serve. Press unable to make the catch. Runners advance. Would have been a sensational catch if she came up with it.
She dove out for it and seemed to get half the ball and half the grass. Now we do have two runners on base with only one away.
So again, Sam K getting into a little bit of a pickle over here. See if she can avoid trouble like she did the first 3 innings.
5 hits now on the day for the Mustangs. No runs driven in, but 5 hits in there to show.
The 1-0 from K.
Fouled off 1-1.
Pivotal at bat here for Sarah DeSchmidt, the catcher. The right fielder today. Off speed, taken high. Count goes 2-2. Sun has disappeared again. Clouds hover over. Jansen unable to make the catch.
2-2 now.
Two from K. This is a big pitch upcoming. Swan served down the right field line. Reyes unable to get to it on the move.
So I'll go ahead and do it again.
A fine at bat by DeSchmidt, making K work. 2-2. Rope down the line. Oh, what a catch. Brianna Taphouse. How about that? The running, diving catch. Saving extra bases.
Great read on the ball there. She read that right out the gate.
Now 2 outs.
These Mustangs fans thought that they had a hit there. Could have scored their first potential run of the day. Robbed.
Kay had done such a great job keeping the ball in the infield, so that was one of those rare instances where the ball did go to the outfield. Mustangs were hoping it fell, but Brianna Taphouse, not today, the amazing catch. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. One, taking it outside. We've been talking about it. The Mustangs have been leaving runners on base in this match, so 2 runners could be left on base if Sam K can get out of another tough situation. Chopper, gonna be a tough play. K fields, and Schlins has too much speed. Now the bases are juiced.
She seemed eager to field that ball, seeming to know it was going to stay fair. Not sure, as it only took 1 bounce. Was leaning as if it was going to go foul. And now we have bases loaded 2 away.
With Shin's electric speed, that was what maybe Kay should have seen if it rolled foul. But we'll flip the lineup now. Abby Decker, the leadoff hitter, with the bases loaded, takes strike 1. Big at-bat for the junior out of Dyersville, Iowa. Hops to the plate. We're going to see a runner come home. She's safe. Runners advance. So the pass ball results in the Mustangs' first run of the day.
Crucial point now in this contest.
So now 2nd and 3rd for Decker. A base hit could give the Mustangs their first lead. Decker chops one. Nice play by Kay. And she limits the damage to just 1 run.
1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 4th.
We are going to get ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. Spartans clinging to a 2-1 lead.
Coach Leslie Canner gathering up her whole squad here, telling them, you guys got to get it together here. You can't just be lollygagging around now and taking this team lightly after that first game, especially with that wild pitch there resulting in a scored run.
Be worth noting to see if one run in 4 innings. Now up number 16, Sam K.
You guys got that?
Leading off, number 16, Sam K.
Sam K ahead in the count 2-0. Defense playing straight up for K, the lefty. Strike one. 3-1 now on Sam K. K trying to help her cause, getting on base. Swan served into left field, making a charging catch. There is Bailey Johnson for the Mustangs.
One away.
Stepping to the plate, number 10, Bree Taphouse.
Brianna Taphouse now up at the plate.
Taphouse looking for her first hit of the season.
Primarily a pinch runner, however, she made a fantastic catch in left field earlier in the inning. That would have really benefited the Mustangs if that one had dropped, but saving the day was Taphouse now with a 1-0 count with one down. 2-0 the count on Taphouse. Swung on and missed.
Surprised with third base far back there. She can look to bunt.
Two one on its way. Swung on and missed.
Second and short go way back.
2-2 on its way. Swung on and missed. She gone. Strikeout Megan Cole. Coming
Cole
back
here.
after a 2-0 count. Getting
Cole
three
seems
consecutive
to be gaining
strikes.
some confidence. Seeming to put down these Tampa batters. It's only a one-run game. It could go either way.
The sun is coming back out as Shelby Press steps in. 2 down. Bottom portion of the fourth inning.
Press again with the triple last time up.
One is punched into center field. A nice running catch that time. Getting the crowd off their feet. Abby Decker. She's made a few nice catches today playing center field for the Mustangs.
She is hyped.
She makes it look easy. Very swift in center field. A little 1-2. She had a diving catch in the first game. A nice running, juggling catch there. Concludes the fourth inning as we prepare to go to the fifth.
Telltale sign now for the Spartans to see their body language after.
Amazing new iPhone 8 is at AT&T, and we know you'll love it.
Because we know you want more.
More great camera features and more power.
And more than just unlimited data, we give you unlimited plans with HBO included for life.
Because you deserve more entertainment. And more spokespeople.
Talking like this, saying the word more.
AT&T.
It's time for more. Am I too close? I feel like I'm too close.
Get the iPhone 8, and with all AT&T Unlimited plans, get HBO for life, only from AT&T.
This is where defense really comes into play when your offense perhaps doesn't quite have it. So we get ready for the top of the fifth inning. First baseman Emma Grote up to the dish. First pitch taken, strike one. Infield playing in for Grote.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Second baseman necessarily right next to K. Slapped over their heads.
Shelby Press makes the catch, making it effortless.
Tongue twister there. Press catch.
Now batting number 24.
Outfield was playing in, so that was not too hard of a catch for Shelby Press. Making a few steps in. Making the play, 1 down. There's
Great
a strike.
first pitch there.
Strike 1. Bailey Johnson. Chopper.
Stays fair.
Phillips, a strong throw. Got her by a half step.
Phillips has a strong arm over there at third base for the freshman.
Heading to the plate, number 13, Maddie.
As she was running low on time there. Fields, a cannon over across the diamond. Play made, 2 down. Off-speed pitch bounces to the plate for Madison Krogh. Catching today, batting cleanup. Chopper. Clawberg makes the play. We'll give the assist to Sam Kay.
Fantastic recognition for Clawberg to jump on that ball. Almost necessarily bare hands it out of there and just slung it down to first base for the bang-bang play.
Christina Clawberg keeping her head on a swivel. Off the ricochet, fielding strong, making an improbable throw to Emily Jansen. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sam Kay. Much needed there after a little bit of a dicey 4th inning. So as we get ready to go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Spartans hold a 2-1 lead. Michaela Dooley will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Spartans against Megan Cole. Christina Clawberg will be first lead off. That's Michaela Dooley on the on-deck circle.
Christina Clawberg.
After making a sensational play to conclude the top part of the 5th inning, Clawberg will lead off. Cole delivers to Clawberg. Fouled off.
The 2-3-4 sets a bat for Tampa.
Spartans will look to add on to their lead. Clawberg fouls it off again early on the first 2 pitches. The 0-2 taken outside. Count evens 2-2.
Good plays at the plate here from Clawberg. Evening the count.
Working back from an 0-2 deficit. Clawberg now. Cole delivers. Popped up to the shortstop. Catch is made there by Schlins. And Michaela Dooley.
Stepping to the plate, number 9, Michaela Dooley.
Cole's ready. Dooley's ready. Let's do it. Bottom part of the 5th inning.
Clubbed with some backspin.
Dooley running hard, and she beats it out on the infield single.
Great hustle there from Dooley. That ball was spinning backwards, so when it hit the ground...
Saw some backspin on that one.
When it hit the ground, the shortstop had to pick it up as fast as she could, but at that point it was too late.
Maddie Schlins unable to retire Dooley as she gets on base. Now Bailey Phillips stepping into the
coming in. Should be number 5, Lauren Pasco.
Lauren Pasco stole a base earlier.
Really the MVP of the first game.
She's always a threat to steal.
Julie getting special treatment there, only playing as a designated player this game. Gets a hit, does her job, comes right out.
Phillips takes strike one.
Let's see if they go with Pasco trying to steal a base here.
Maybe some hit and run action in store. Cole delivers. Spoiled foul, 0-2 the count. Spartans looking to get to 12-9 on the season with a win here. The 0-2 on its way, fouled off. Cole's ready. Phillips is ready. And the pitch taken high.
1-2 the count.
Pitches en route. Bounces to the plate.
Good stop there by the catcher, limiting Pasco from taking second.
Krog there with a nice stop on the bouncing pitch. The 2-2. Spoiled foul. Off the dugout.
The dugout.
Two on its way, fouled off. Bailey Phillips making Megan Cole work here, extenuating this at bat. And the pitch. Floated down the right field line. That'll drop.
Ball.
That's a fair ball, and this could be trouble. Going first to third, and this is an errant throw. Going to second there is Bailey Phillips, so things got a little bit dicey there, but nonetheless, second and third, only one out. Now at the plate for the Spartans, Maddie Farrell, opportunity to cash in.
Both
meeting at the mound.
Dove for that ball.
Yeah, they both dove, and then the right fielder, with an errant throw to nobody, allows Phillips to advance to second. Clawberg leads off third. Phillips on second. Cole's ready. Maddie Farrell's ready. Let's do it. Bottom part of the fifth. Spartans looking to add to their lead.
Fouled straight back, 0-1.
The 0-1 to Maddie Farrell. Taken outside.
The 220.
Farrell now ahead in the count, 2-1. Pitch on its way. Count evens, 2-2. If you're the Mustangs, you really can ill afford to allow any more runs. Already losing by 1 and only having 6 outs left. Two from Cole. Chopper foul.
A little late on that ball. Got over top of it was Farrell. Last time up, she had a double.
The 2-2 to Farrell, taken high, and now we're all full up, 3-2.
3-2 count, 1 out. We'll see if we see a pitch she can swing at or a walk to load the bases.
And the full count pitch. Roped into center field. Tagging is Clawberg. Throw is up the line, and she'll score standing up.
Pasco scores. 3-run game, 3-1 game now. And up next is Lauren Reyes with a runner on second base.
Lauren Reyes with Phillips at second, 3-1 lead for the Spartans. Lauren Reyes swings and misses at the first one. The 0-1. The looper will be taken by the first baseman, Grote. That'll conclude the 5th inning, but not before the Spartans strike for one more. 3-1 lead as we prepare for the 6th inning of play.
One insurance run there. It appears as though Coach Canner is talking to the umpire. See who comes out to pitch now. Sam Kay will return to the mound.
Spartans need 6 more outs to complete the sweep of the doubleheader.
1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Heading to the 6th. Spartans lead 3-1.
Sun has been gone by the clouds now. We have overcast. Mackenzie Kloos prepares to face Sam Kay as we prepare for the top of the 6th inning. Alex, what's impressed you through the
these batters and not even letting any balls really drift off into the outfield except for that one ball that was caught spectacularly by Tap House.
Yeah, Kay has worked in and out of trouble through the first 5. Mackenzie Klaus takes ball 1 from Sam Kay. If Kay can pitch the remaining duration of this game, that'd be monumental with 2 games tomorrow for the Spartans. Perhaps keeping McKaylee Dooley fresh for tomorrow as well as they prepare to face Chestnut Hill.
So we have a squirrel on top of the awning right here.
Trying to get a better view of the game. 2-1 is the count to Mackenzie Klaus, third baseman. This one is hit on a button. This one could be trouble.
Almost caught. Running in for a stand-up double goes Klaus. Great piece of at-batting, but dangerous now with the runner on second base and no outs.
One of the first swings we've seen the Mustangs today that's been just crushed, and that one almost went to the wall. Terrific effort by Lauren Reyes. Just could not corral it. And we are seeing...
In comes a pinch runner. Emma Lero.
She was the designated player in the first game. Now, Callie Tomlinson, who entered today, is the leading average, leading in hits, leading in RBIs for this Mustang team. So if you're Southwest Minnesota State, you have the batter you want up at the plate. See how Sam Kay goes about. A runner on second with no outs. The pitch. Strike 1.
First ball called strike, sweeping right to left across the plate.
0-1 the count on Tomlinson, and this one just foul. A little bit early was Tomlinson. Poked that one down the left field line.
Ball was very close to being fair.
Just a tad early was Tomlinson on that one. Nonetheless, Sam K up 0-2 on the count. Maybe can get Tomlinson to chase. And the pitch. Chopper, nice play by Sam K.
Tag at third.
And she's safe.
Heads up running there.
Emalero with a side slide gets in there. Now runners on the corner, nobody out. And the Mustangs have a chance. Leslie Cantor.
And in comes McKaylee Dooley.
As we expected, McKaylee Dooley coming in relief of Sam K. Sam K is accountable for the 2 runners on base.
It's going to go with 7 hits against K and 1 run. But runners on base right now will go against K's ERA if they score.
If
still
the
a 2-run lead for Dooley.
Kay would get credit with the win considering she pitched 5+ innings. So McKaylee Dooley trying to do her part in relief to keep Sam K on line for the win. Now if you're the Mustangs, it's got to be deflating to see McKaylee Dooley out there. You saw her 7 scoreless innings in the first game. Not the same case, though. There's nobody out, and there's runners on the corners, so...
Tough task at hand for Dooley. Maybe we might see a little small ball action here just to advance the runner. Maybe just try to poke one of those runs in and cut down the deficit to 1, especially with no outs.
It's Kaylee Henches, designated player at the plate. Things are starting to get interesting here at the Namoli Family Stadium.
There goes the bunt attempt. Fouled off for strike 1.
And you see the Spartans with the wheel play on defense. Both corners charging in. Taylor Farrell, the second baseman, going to cover first. Christina Clawberg, the shortstop, going to cover third. The 0-1 from Dooley. This one is a sky high. Taken by Press. Shelby was daring Emalero to run on that one. Sarah DeSchmidt, who did not play in the first game, did not face Dooley. Now is going to see first
goes for the bunt attempt. Runners at the corner, 1 strike, 1 out.
So let's see what DeSchmidt can do in her first appearance today against McKaylee Dooley. The 0-1. Bunted. Jansen, what a
diving catch.
Web gem real play there by Emily Jansen going all out. Her defense is spectacular. We're seeing it on full display using all of that 6-foot frame.
She got a great read on the ball, jumped right towards it and dove it as it was going foul. Snagged it out of the air for 2 outs.
Now Maddie Schlins with runners on the corners takes strike 1. And we say it again and again. McKaylee Dooley entered this inning, runners on the corners, no out, quickly 2 outs, and it's 0-1 on Schlins.
Still just a 2-run game.
Now 0-2. And the Mustangs got to get worried here with McKaylee Dooley. She's in her zone. Schlins just trying to make contact here. The 0-2. Taken outside. The 1-2. Spoiled. We'll do it again. Expect Dooley to bring the heat here to Schlins. chop to Klallberg. She'll go the short way. And Farrell with a nice over-the-shoulder catch. That'll do it. 6th inning will be
Great
concluded.
job by Julie there to come in. Runners on 1st and 3rd and put them away. She can do it from the starter and she can do it from out of the bullpen.
Michaela Dooley so reliable coming in with a runner on 3rd with no outs, and she does not allow any runs. And now the Spartans are 3 outs away from victory and the sweep of the doubleheader. Taylor Farrell to lead off for the Spartans in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Leading off number 2, Taylor Farrell.
Farrell came into today with the 0.77 average. No RBIs. Looking to maybe get on base here, start a spark. Defense standard right now.
Cole's ready. Farrell's ready. Let's do it. First pitch. Hit
Slap.
down the line. That's a base hit.
Good single there from Farrell.
Nice piece of hitting, taking what Cole gave her, slapping it into left field.
In comes 16, Sam K, who's just taking out a pitcher. Remains as a hitter.
We'll also have a pinch runner, Mackenzie Allen, will come in for Taylor Farrell.
At the plate, number 16, Sam K.
Mackenzie Allen, a freshman out of Tampa, Florida.
Has tremendous speed on the base paths. Look for a potential steal if it arises. Sam K. Lefty on lefty matchup again. She shows
Squares
bunt.
up the bunt. Pulls back for ball 1.
Sam K showing bunt again. Delivers. We'll go to first. They get the out. Advancing to second is Mackenzie Allen.
Solid execution of the bunt there, getting the runner into scoring position.
Now batting number 10, Bree Taphouse.
Brianna Taphouse steps up to the plate. Opportunity for Taphouse to drive in a run. Takes outside. The 1-0 outside. 2-0 now on Taphouse. Fouled off. Spartans looking to expand this lead. 2-1 from Cole on its way. Strike 2. Two. Lofted out. Shallow right field. The catch is made by DeSchmidt. Quickly 2 outs. With Mackenzie Allen still on second.
Stepping to the plate, number 18, Shelby Press.
The senior Shelby Press now up. Pitch to Press, taken outside.
Press a look here to extend the lead. 2-run cushion currently for Dooley to close out the game.
Fouled off. 1-1 is the count. The 1-1. Bounces to the plate. Allen's getting an extraordinary secondary lead after the pitch. Swung on and missed. Count goes 2-2.
Look for Allen to run here.
A 2-2 with 2 outs on its way. Punched foul. We'll do it again. Cull is ready. Press is ready. Let's do it. The 2-2. This one is lofted sky high to the shortstop. Play will be made by Schlins, and that will conclude the 6th inning. And the Spartans are 3 outs away from the doubleheader sweep. McKaylee Dooley will go into the circle.
We go into the top of the 7th inning, Connor. With Dooley coming to the mound. And a clutch performance in the first game. Seeing if the Spartans can win both these games of this doubleheader and go into tomorrow's doubleheader with some boosted confidence.
All smiles for the Spartans as they look to close out this doubleheader in dramatic fashion with a 3-1 lead. And who else would it be? McKaylee Dooley looking to pitch 9 innings combined. She had the 7-inning shutout. Came in with no outs, runners on the corners last inning. Got the job done. Spartans having fun, seeing some excitement in the dugout, some dancing in the outfield. Altogether, amazing day for some softball. Thanks again for joining us. Alongside Alex Kirsch, I'm Connor Moore. Spartans are 3 outs away from going to 12-9 on the season. Abby Decker leads off for the Mustangs.
Leading off number 7, Abby Decker.
And the pitch from Dooley. Take in strike 1. You can see Alex Dooley is not messing around. She's coming in, throwing strikes, going to put pressure on this Mustang lineup. Woo, heads up. 2-2. 0-2 the count now. Quickly ahead is McKaylee Dooley.
Smoked that ball. Just way too early on that pitch.
McKaylee Dooley now, the 0-2. She gone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Bye-bye. That's a strikeout, McKaylee Dooley.
Now batting number 6, Emma Grove.
Now, what does this do to these Mustangs hitters, knowing that you have to go up? You only got 2 outs left, and Dooley's up there dealing.
It's very deflating, especially for the players who played in the first game for the Mustangs. They were only able, as a team, against Dooley in the first game, to get 3 hits off of her. So
2 of those hits coming in the 7th with a huge lead.
The 0-1. Fouled off, and now, as it's been for the majority of the day, 0-2, McKaylee Dooley in the driver's seat.
Just quickly ahead.
Grote just trying to make contact here. The 0-2.
Chopped
punch.
Up in the air.
Jansen calling it off, and the Spartans are 1 out from the sweep.
At the plate, number 24, Bailey Johnson.
Bailey Johnson, the last hope freshman from Mount Pleasant, Iowa, trying to keep this game alive for the Mustangs. Strike one. The 0-1 from McKaylee Dooley. Outside 1-1. And the 1-1. Outside. Phillips trying to keep this game alive for the Mustangs. 3-1 now the count. So if you're Dooley, you have to throw strikes. Do not want to put runners on with the 2-run lead.
Can't relax with 2 outs. It's all about getting that last out and closing out the game.
3-1, swung on and missed.
Beautiful pitch there.
The Mustangs are down to their final strike.
Mustangs fans are on edge.
Full count pitch. We'll do it again. No room for error for the Mustangs. They're down to their final strike. And the 3-2.
One last hope now for these Mustangs.
Bailey Johnson trying to keep it alive for Southwest Minnesota State.
Popped up again.
This one will get out of play. A nice at-bat by Phillips, making Dooley work. Primetime battle. Let's see who will win. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. She gone. That's your ball game, folks.
Beautiful day here for Tampa Spartans, winning with a combined score of 9-1.
Spartans win 6-0, and as you said, 3-1 here. That's a 9-1 total. Spartans move to 12-9. Southwest Minnesota moves as a result to 4-7. Alex, what did you see from the Spartans as a team? There were many contributions from a number of different players.
I saw hits all around. We saw a solid number of hits that actually turned into runs today. Great base running, solid fielding all around other than the one error, and overall decent pitching, especially by Dooley. A great performance by her. Hopefully we can carry that in tomorrow against...
Yeah, Chestnut Hill tomorrow, 2 o'clock. That will be a primetime matchup. But as you mentioned, Alex, just an outstanding team performance by these Tampa Spartans. Thanks again so much for joining us. Have a great night. Speaking for Alex Kirsch, I'm Connor Moore, signing off.
Amazing new iPhone 8 is at AT&T, and we know you'll love it.
Because we know you want more.
More great camera features and more power.
And more than just unlimited data, we give you unlimited plans with HBO included for life.
Because you deserve more entertainment. And more spokespeople.
Talking like this, saying the word more.
AT&T.
It's time for more. Am I too close? I feel like I'm too close.
Get the iPhone 8, and with all AT&T Unlimited plans, get HBO for life, only from AT&T.